Tier for tier, we're going to find out who has the best bourbon. Welcome back to another edition of Bourbon Kingdom. I'm David.
And I'm Zach.
And today we're doing a big old blind.
So we'll post the link in the video below, but a couple weeks ago we did a video where we talked about the best bottles of bourbon in each price tier. So with that, we were like, well, let's figure out which one's the best one.
Who's the best of the best?
Who is the best of the best? Now, we kind of got a little excited about it. And between the $20 and $30 tier, I think we picked the wrong one.
Yeah, you're probably right. We probably did.
So we had Old Forester 100 proof on there, and we kind of thought about it, and we should have put Old Granddad 114.
Today's episode is brought to you by Z-Biotics. Let's just face it, we all live pretty busy lives these days, don't we?
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
And because we're busy, we don't really have time to lay around on a couch after a night of drinking.
No, I mean, especially once you hit 30, which I'm past 30, but once you hit 30.
I'm a little past 30.
You are a smidge past 30.
Yeah.
So, Z-Biotics, I'm very lucky. I have great friends. We do bottle shares.
Yeah.
And, it was just Derby here a couple weeks ago. And after we got done, kind of doing the big hunt for Derby, we were able to have a couple pours together. And thankfully, I had some Z-Biotics.
Yes.
So Z-Biotics is, it's super great. They come in a package of 6. You get a little great instruction manual. It tells you exactly how to use it, in every way, shape, form.
How to use it? It's really is
a super easy how to use manual. Guys, all you have to do, you take one of these bottles, you shake it up really well, and you just gotta drink it.
That's all you gotta do. Drink it.
Just that easy.
And then enjoy the rest of your evening with a beverage or 2 or 3. And the next morning I think you'll feel all right.
Oh yeah.
I think you will feel all right. So here's the deal. Here's how Z-Biotics works. Z-Biotic is a pre-alcohol probiotic drink. It is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle the rough mornings after drinking. And here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's this byproduct and not dehydration that's to blame for your rough next days. So Z-Biotics produces an enzyme that breaks down this byproduct. It breaks it down. And so it's designed to work like your liver, but in the gut where you kind of need it the most. So
give Z-Biotics a try for yourself. Go to zbiotics.com/Bourbon Kingdom or scan the QR code there on the screen to get 15% off your first order. Use Bourbon Kingdom at checkout. And guys, thank you and cheers.
we switched it out.
So we switched it out.
Yeah.
Now here's the funny story. Then we went to blind.
We did go in blind.
We blind all 12 bottles.
All of them.
And it took forever to do.
It did.
So we just, honestly, we started the video and we're like, this is going to be a 35-minute video. So we've already done the blind. We're just going to talk about our results of it.
Yep.
And how each bottle either impressed us, disappointed us, or surprised us.
Surprise.
For good or bad.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. Instead of you all being bored and watching us drink 12 different bourbons, this is the best way to do it. And we hope you enjoy it this way and you can kind of jump in. And we'll start from bottom and go to the top.
Hold on, because we got to pay the bills.
We do have to pay the bills.
By saying, hit that like, subscribe, and leave a comment below if we got something right, if we got something wrong. But please hit that like and subscribe. Cost y'all nothing, and it helps us tremendously.
Turn on them notifications.
Yeah, that too.
Yep.
All right, and here's the funny thing. Dave and I, our top 3 are the same 3 bottles. They're just different order. But our bottom 2 are the exact same.
Are the exact same.
So, do you want to start or do you want me to?
I'll start.
Okay, go ahead.
So, we thought it was a mistake to leave Old Granddad 114 off. But apparently it wasn't too much of a mistake because coming in at number 12 is Old Granddad 114.
Dave, not only did it get last, it was by far and away the worst one.
It was definitely the worst one. It had a rancid smell to it.
You know what's really funny is Aaron had the same. We saw Aaron from Smoke Wagon Night. Super great guy.
Yeah.
Super awesome. And he had a tasting note tonight of one barrel that was just like ours. I wish I could say it.
Yeah.
But we would be demonetized, I think.
Yeah, so we don't want to.
So we don't want to say that.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
But it had something to do with a cat, and it wasn't good.
No.
But I was shocked. I thought this bottle would be top 5, easy for me, especially.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was so bad where it was. Now, it was towards the end of the line. So
but it still wasn't even up.
Say.
It still wasn't even up for debate. Like,
no, it wasn't.
We both smelled it,
Mm-hmm.
then we both tasted it and went, yeah, this is going to be easy. Whatever this is the worst one.
It wasn't impressive on the first time around. Then when we went back to it, it actually got a lot worse.
Yes.
That was what shocked me about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, so we'll go to number 11 on the list. This is also one that shocked me. Evan Williams, single barrel.
Because these are the bottom 2 bottles are bottles that we've talked about extensively on this channel.
Mm-hmm.
And it just goes to show you, like...
And both of us drink... I drink a lot more Old Granddad than him, and he drinks a lot more Evan Williams single barrel than me.
I do.
And whenever we saw those, we were like, oh...
You're like, what in the world just happened?
But that's why you blind them.
Yeah, that's why you blind them. Because I think you get blinding them without knowing where they are or whatever they are. Mm-hmm. Like it makes a difference, and your palate doesn't lie to you.
That is true. That is very true.
So number 10 for me was the Evan Williams Bottle and Bond,
and this is where we start to differ.
And again, surprised me because this is my low tier go-to.
I was shocked that he got it that low.
And some of it is, I think, palate fatigue once you get through there, and I think some of that that was midway through. So I can't even call it palate fatigue because it was number 6 bottle on our the number 6 glass. So it wasn't like I was super fatigued.
It was in the middle.
Yeah, and I probably could have moved it higher, but it fell where it fell after like placing them wherever they went. So
mine was Old Barton, and I honestly thought that was going to be the one I thought was going to do worst on the blind, just because it's the least of my favorites on the list and it's lowest proof.
Yeah.
So I thought it would kind of get mixed up. Now, this was in the number 4 spot for us, so it was pretty early on.
It was.
So, but even going back to it, going back around, it still held up really well.
Yeah.
So,
my number 9 was the Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof.
I'm shocked by that one.
I am as well.
Again, I would have told you this would have been like a top 3.
Yes.
Because the proof, how much we enjoy it.
Yeah.
I just thought it would blind really well. And then you had it all the way down at 9.
So, it is what it is.
But I'm not, let me say this. I don't have it at 9. My number 9 is 1910.
Yeah.
Which is also another one I was like, man, that's low. But the more I kind of go back to, I just feel like 1910 doesn't hold up as well for me as what it used to at one point in time, as much as you all know I love it, for sure.
Yeah,
it just doesn't hold up as well for me.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm criticizing about Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof. Mine's not far away.
Yeah.
Mine was low too. And I think it's a good bottle. I've never complained about that bottle ever.
No.
So,
and again, these are all top tier things. We're just trying to place our top tier things in some semblance of an order. So my number 8 was the Very Old Barton.
Okay. So you actually had a lot higher than me too. Well, yeah.
Not a lot higher, but 2 places higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple
Very
spots
Old
higher.
Barton, I think that was something I took away from. I actually did a lot better in this blind. One of the positive things in this.
Yeah. Surprising.
Overall,
I would have never thought that I would place that above Evan Williams Single Barrel. But I did.
Yeah. Or
Evan Williams Bottle and Bond.
Or Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof.
Or Jack Daniel's, like all of them.
The list can go on.
Yes, it can.
Mine was Barrel. So, and this is the newest one. Is this batch?
This was batch 34.
34. It's whichever the newest batch is.
Yeah.
Whenever we did the newest, whenever we did all these bottles, we did all of the newest bottles that were available. So the newest labels of 1910, 1920,
Kelvin,
the new Kelvin 5,
the newest Discovery.
Yes, the newest Discovery. Like anything that was new, we didn't cherry pick which ones we liked the most.
Yeah.
We just tried to make it the most fair, what was the most available at the time.
Yeah, for sure. My number 7, you did your 8, didn't you?
Yeah,
you did barrel. Okay. My number 7 is, and it pains me, but the Kelvin 5 was number 7 for me, which is the 4-gate.
Mm-hmm. My number 7, which is also pains me, is the Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof.
Yeah.
I am shocked that didn't do as well. And it was smack dab in the middle to where I would have thought, like even it being in the middle, I just thought it was going to do so much better than the blind. I thought it was honestly, this bottle and another bottle, I thought it was going to dominate over the blinds because of the proof alone. And it really didn't. Yeah.
My number 6 is 1910.
Okay. Makes sense. My number 6, Evan Williams Bottle and Bond.
So your 1910 was lower, my Evan Williams Bottle and Bond was lower, which is so weird because, again, Old Forester apologist over here and Evan Williams lover over here, and we kind of did a little switcheroo on those bottles.
Yeah. All right, so top 5.
Top 5. It is my number 5 was the barrel.
Okay, that's fair. Again, I think something to take away from the bottles too that barrel was beating. I mean, barrel be for me, O'Grandad, and when single barrel, Barton 1910, like these are really good stable bottles that everybody's like, oh, we always got to get cheap bottles. Those are the best kind of whiskeys, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Well, in a blind, no, they're not. And, I mean, yours be Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof and stuff like that. Like, really high-end, top-notch bottles that are everyday shelfers. So. Yeah. And then for my number 5 is Redemption 10-year Barrel Proof Rye. So,
which is a surprise because it is the lone rye.
It is the lone rye.
The lone rye on this list, and it finished 5 for him.
And what's also crazy is that being barrel proof. Well, but you know what though? I'll say this: 5, I think, is a good spot for it because there's a lot of good bottles in front of it.
Yeah,
I do love that a whole lot. But what's crazy to me is that was the number 3 sample whenever we went, and we could both tell right away that was the that was Redemption. We both knew.
Yeah, we knew.
But then right after that was the lowest proof out of all of them, which was Barton.
Yeah,
the very old Barton.
Yeah,
and that Barton still did better than other ones. You would have thought it just would have wrecked it.
Yeah, it did not though. My number 4 is the Redemption. So again, we were one spot different with the Redemption and all that good stuff. So.
My number 4 was 4-gate. So it's at least kind of nice knowing that the most expensive bottle on this list actually holds up.
Yeah.
So, it didn't win, but yes, at the same time, it still beats, 8 other bottles.
It still beats a lot of them, yeah. Are we on 4 or 3? We're on 3. All right, so my number 3, again, Zach told you at the beginning, our top 3 are the same, but they're different. Yeah, like we have the same top 3, but just in a different order. Yep. My number 3 was Rare Breed.
Okay, and my number 3 was Disco Nut. Discovery Bardstown Bourbon Company Discovery Series 9.
Yeah, so we flip flop. My number 2 is Discovery 9.
And my number 2 is Rare Breed.
Yeah, so
which again surprised how well Discovery 9 did. I really liked it. I liked 8 more.
Yes, I agree with that. But
I was shocked. I was happy because we both, really support Bardstown and 4-gate.
Yeah, and it was a welcome. Honestly, like going through this thing, it was a welcome number 12 because it was the last. It was the last one on our list.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And it was like once we got to that, it was a welcome. Like the last 2 were like. Oh, these are a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, that is very true.
Yeah.
And the fact that we had already had, 11 other pours, and then we got to 9, took a break, reset our palate, and then went back to it, and it still did really well. Yeah. I think it speaks volumes of how good that Bardstown's done with blending that. Yeah. With Rare Breed number 2, I'm not shocked.
Rare Breed is Rare Breed.
There was 3 bottles that was going to be in my top 3, and I got 2 of them right.
Yeah.
In Rare Breed. I didn't know which one would win. But Rare Breed, it's Rare Breed. Like it speaks volumes for itself.
Yep, so good, so solid. again, a $50 bottle that should be on everybody's list.
Oh, I guess we actually did share number one. So
we did share number one.
We had the number one. So our winner of this blind, both of us picked the same bottle, which is 1920.
1920.
I mean, there is a reason why we say how great that bottle is and how I preach about how great Old Forester is, because they make one of the best bottles on the market.
Yeah.
Because not only is it a great bottle, it holds up clearly in big blinds, but it's also available. Like, that's the other thing. Like,
good. Again, two out of the top three are $50 bottles, basically.
Yeah, basically.
I mean,
roughly
$50 to $65, whatever whatever you want to go in there.
Yeah.
But not crazy expensive. The Discovery 9, again, that's a $150 bottle. Mm-hmm. But it just goes to show you, not always do you have to go and try to find the $150 to $200 bottles of bourbon to get really good bourbon.
Oh yeah,
and
for sure.
And I think that's the beautiful thing about bourbon, man. There are some good affordable whiskeys out there that you can get your hands on anytime. Rare Breed, 1920 are all ones that you could walk into a liquor store. I don't care what liquor store it is, and chances are it's going to be there.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah,
1,000%.
So, I mean, just a great list.
Yeah, that's our list. Let us know what we got.
Surprising list of that as well. So
that is true. There is some surprises on there.
Very much so.
But there's also some, like, I just thought, like, this bottle will do well, this bottle will do well. I just do a big blind. Let us know what you all get. So.
Yeah, for sure.
But
all right, well, till next time.
We'll see you.
We'll see you.